guys, welcome to An Actor's Notebook. Today we're going to talk about basically what this title of this video is about. Why didn't I book the job? Why didn't I get a call back? How come I didn't land the job? And we're going to answer that question and hopefully give you some helpful tips. I would like to preface this by saying sometimes you're just not right for the job. Sometimes you just don't have, you're just not exactly what they need. It doesn't have anything to do with your talent. Sometimes you're just not right for the part. And that's a hard pill to swallow because sometimes you think you're perfect, but there's someone else that's better and that just fits it better. It doesn't mean that they're any more talented than you. Sometimes it just is what it is, and you just have to swallow that pill and keep it moving. Now, that being said, before we dive deeper into it, I would like to say please like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and comment down below if say this helped you, and also comment down below if you have any ideas for my next video. So yeah, let's get this started. So I would like to say that some of the reason, like for most actors, why you're not getting a call back or why you're not landing the role is because actors self-sabotage a lot. You can self-sabotage simply just by not knowing how to control your nerves. You could be going in for an audition and say you have the slides in your hand and you get so nervous because you're not sure if you're gonna do good or be what they want, and you really want this. And don't get me wrong, I think nerves are a great thing. I think there's a rush of adrenaline that comes with it that I love, and I also love the nerves because it shows me that I still care. Just personally speaking, I'm like, this is still important to me. I still love this. This is still worth something because I'm nervous. But I am able to have control over my nerves when I get into the room and be confident in my ability and the fact that I did my homework and the fact that I am well prepared. Now, some actors get too much in their head and they just get so nervous that as soon as you enter the room, I mean, you're showing all of your nerves. Like, casting directors can sense it. They can smell it when you're nervous. And they'll tell you at the beginning, if they can definitely tell that you're nervous, to relax and show us what you got. Now, if you're not able to relax and say you're having a slide in your hands, then you can self-sabotage by having the nerves become like completely and utterly just like surrounding every part of you, and they can overtake every moment by causing your hands to shake and causing you to mess up your lines. And if you memorize a monologue, sometimes you forget a monologue completely, and then next thing you know, you're sitting there like, oh my god, I just completely forgot my monologue. And those cases aren't great, because a casting director wants to know that if they bring you to the director or they bring you to the playwright, that you're going to be able to deliver. They want to know that you are confident in your ability as an actor and that you are able to do your job. Now, when you're letting nerves take over you like that, it just makes you look inexperienced, and it makes them weary of calling you back because who knows how you're going to perform. You know, they're betting on you just like you're betting on them. Another way how actors can self-sabotage is you can kind of beat yourself down mentally. Before an audition, you can be like, oh, say you do well in your first audition. Say you get really far and you're having to meet with the director and the artistic director and the playwright, if maybe, I don't know, or you know, the filmmaker, you know, depending on whatever you're auditioning for. Say you get that far and there's like 3 of you, and all of a sudden you start to doubt yourself. And you're saying, well, they're not going to choose me. They're going to choose her. Of course, she's equity. I'm not equity. They're not going to want to see me. Oh, look at her. She's so pretty. I bet she's so good. You know, I'm not going to be able to rise to the occasion and be as amazing as she is. She's going to be so much better. And now you're just beating yourself down so that when you're finally in the room, you're not going to perform as well as you would have. And you're not going to meet the expectations that maybe you met in previous auditions, because now you lost all confidence in yourself and you're just like, let me just do this and get through this because I'm going to be told no. And a lot of actors do that because it's better, well, it's easier for you to accept that no if you've already told yourself, oh, I'm going to get this no because of this, that, and the other. Instead of being like, no, I really want this role and I really want to fight for it, and then being told no after you know you gave your all. So that's how actors kind of cope with that kind of rejection, when maybe they wouldn't even have experienced that rejection in the first place if they had shown their full range and ability as an actor and given it everything they have. So that can be one reason why you don't land the role, or why you don't get a callback. It's just because you self-sabotage, and you have to learn to control your nerves, and you have to learn to kind of accept yourself for who you are, and accept the fact that maybe you won't get the role, but you're gonna give them hell anyway. You know, just be powerful and own your power and be like, hell yeah, I am great, I am amazing. Talk yourself up. Write down quotes if you need to and stick them on folders and bring it with you to those auditions, and you can be like, yeah, I'm this badass bitch. Like, just own who you are. Excuse me for my language if I offended anyone. But own it. Be amazing. Another reason why some actors don't get the role is because you're not selling yourself correctly. And I know this sounds bad, but you are a brand, okay? You are selling yourself to these companies, to these casting directors. You are showing them that you are exactly what they want, even though they never met you before. So when you're applying to these jobs on these sites, you want to make sure that it's your best work. You want to make sure that your resume is up to date. You want to make sure that your photographs represent you, and your personality should shine through your headshot. It doesn't need to just be a pretty headshot. It needs to be your headshot, okay? And it should not be too glamorous, because when they meet you in person, it should look just like you. But it should also be like, you know, just a snapshot of who you are, so they can get a sense of that. And you're also going to want to make sure, sometimes you're going to have to spend the extra money to get those medias, or to get those reels done professionally, so that you're putting your best foot forward, and make sure it's all of your best work. You know, you are selling yourself. Some actors don't have a website. Have a website. I know if you don't think you have enough stuff to make a website, if you have even one show with a bunch of pictures of you and you look amazing in these pictures, or just a few pictures, or just a few self-tapes, put them all on your website. Make a website, make it official, and show that you are taking this job seriously. Have an Instagram just for your acting. Have a Facebook just for your acting. Have a LinkedIn account. Get yourself out there and sell yourself. Okay? If you don't have representation, Actors Access, and Backstage, and applying for all these jobs, you still have to represent yourself on multiple platforms. Some casting directors who I know, they search Instagram to find to invite people to their auditions. I mean, Instagram is like a hot thing right now. So, I mean, I have plenty of casting directors who have liked my Instagram page, followed my Instagram page, and have messaged me. You got to represent yourself. But if you don't represent yourself, another way that actors can sometimes have trouble booking roles is if they have representation, but say their manager or their agency or whatever has this hot new client who got signed to Disney or ABC, or some network or whatever. A lot of times, all their attention goes to that 1 or 2 or 3 people who is hot in their charts right now. And that isn't good for you, because then that means that they're not sending most of their roles your way. You're kind of taking a back seat, and they're sending it to all these people who they definitely know who they know is hot right now. And so they're getting all these opportunities, but you're not. So that's another reason why I think you need to kind of find someone. If you do want to sign to an agency or a manager, you have to make sure that you're on the same page as them. Now, sometimes you can get in a contract with an agent or manager and realize that they're not right for you, and then you're just kind of stuck for a little bit. I mean, they may drop you. They could drop you, especially if they have those hot new artists. You might get dropped. But before you even enter that, make sure that you guys are on the same page. Make sure they understand you as a person and as an actor, so that they can give you jobs that work for you, and also make sure they're going to give you the attention that you deserve. Because it sucks for you to be so amazing and for you to have all this like promise, and they're not even looking your direction because somebody else got booked to a network, and they're like, oh, we can get this person this now and this now and this now, and we're gonna make money. You know, it's really all about money. So just be prepared for that. That could be another reason why you're not advancing, because maybe you're just not getting sent things that should be sent to you, either because they don't understand you or because their focus is somewhere else. Yeah. Another reason why maybe you're having a hard time booking specifically an agent or casting director or a job is because, and this is specifically for theater, film has its own thing, where you train matters. Actually, I think that's universal. Where you train matters. If you trained at Juilliard or Yale, or even if you have like, if you took a BFA, like if you have a bachelor's in arts from my school, SUNY Purchase is amazing, or NYU, if you have any of those and you're listed on there to have that training, that is amazing. You are already like 3, 4, 5 steps ahead. People will sign you, agencies will sign you just because they see that, to be honest with you. Because the name matters. The connection with the industry matters. Some industry people will hire people that graduated from their same school just because of that connection. So if you're looking for, and if you don't have training, get training. Go to workshops with some amazing people so that you can make those connections, so that you can put it on your list, on your resume, not list, so that you can put it on your resume and they can see, oh, you worked with, oh my gosh. You know, I did, I don't know if I told you guys this in one of my videos, but I studied at the American Conservatory Theater for like 5 months with this program that they had. And to this day, if people see, when they look at my resume and they see, oh, the American Conservatory Theater, that is the first thing they say. They're like, oh my gosh, I love this person. Oh, you studied at ACT? Wow. Like, that gets me through the door a lot, because they have connections. Some of the people are like, oh my gosh, I studied at ACT. I have a lot of people that tell me they study at ACT. Or people who's like, oh I know this teacher, have you met them? And when I was there, I was going through a major change, but most of the time, yeah, I met them. And that's cool. Because it gives me like something to talk. They get all excited and they're like, oh yeah, let me see you work. Like, they're it's biased, but they're more invested. Especially with theater. Theater, like, it really matters where you went to school. It really does. Especially for straight plays, because those are so much more aggressive, I think, than musicals sometimes, because there's not that many straight plays right now. There's a lot more musicals, especially on Broadway. But that matters. So I suggest that you guys go out and get that training and make those connections, because when casting directors see that, when agencies see that, when managers see that, they're like, ooh, I'm gonna sign this person just for the name alone, because they associate that name with success. They associate with ACT with success, Juilliard with success, BFA and SUNY Purchase with success, BFA and at NYU with success, Yale with success. Those things are associated with success, and they also have an extremely large community of people who are alumni working And sometimes those people are the ones that are hiring you. And so they're like, oh, I'm going to pick this person because I want to support my school. And that's kind of messed up. It does sound messed up, but now you know. So I suggest you go out there and make those connections, get that training, and have those people's names on your resume. Take a course at ACT, take a course at Stella Adler. Just become connected. Do student films at NYU. Master classes with people who you know are associated with those schools, and add that to your list so that you can be seen and often get through the door easier. So those are some of my kind of tips on how you can possibly get further in your process, and I hope I helped. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video.